Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. I am doing a what I eat in a day as per usual, and I have something different. I was actually craving, and I have been craving for a really long time, just a bagel and cream cheese. And you all know that I'm originally from New York City, but I don't live there anymore. And so I don't get a chance, sorry my face is like itching me because the fan is like blowing my hair in the face. Anyway, I don't get a chance to get my New York City bagels often, like only if I'm heading into New York City, which I'm not too far from, will I go and I stop and get like a half a dozen or something and then keep them in my freezer. But it's been a really long time since I've done that. But I really needed a fix of bagels. So I went, and I could definitely get like high quality bagels where I'm at, but I ended up giving one of the bags of bagels at Trader Joe's a try because I specifically wanted like mini bagels because regular size bagels are kind of gigantic, and they had a bag of mini plain bagels at Trader Joe's. Oh my gosh, my face is itching me because my hair is flying into it. And so that's what I have. I have those mini plain bagels from Trader Joe's. I had such high hopes. I don't know why I would have high hopes for bagged bagels at Trader Joe's if I have been spoiled my entire life by New York City bagels, because these are they're not that good. Honestly, if I'm being completely honest, this just tastes like a bagel shaped white piece of bread. Does not taste like a bagel at all. And so that is disappointing, but you know what? I bought a bag of it and it is what it is. And it was also like my toast for this week's Tuesday toast, so I had to go with it. And I will say the topping that is on this is the star, and that is the one thing that I kind of like created on my own, so there's that. So basically what's on top of these mini bagels, I'm gonna get really close for you. It's a nice generous schmear on both sides. It's essentially just blueberry cream cheese, but what I did was I got the Kite Hill plain cream cheese, which you all know is my favorite for topping on bagels, and then I just mixed in blueberry jam from the farmer's market. I've never done that before. It's such a simple concept, it's such a simple thing to do, but I have never done that before. Usually I would just get like a blueberry bagel from New York and just put plain cream cheese on it, vegan of course, or sometimes I would do a bagel with vegan cream cheese and then blueberry jam on top. I've never mixed it together, which I know sounds silly, like what's the difference? But there is a slight difference in that the blueberry gets to mix with the cream cheese, and then the flavors just kind of combine with one another, and when it sits for a little bit, I'm a huge advocate for that, the flavors get even better and better over time. So there you go. Blueberry and bagels, they go well together. They go way better together than cinnamon raisin and bagels. That is just my opinion and I stand by it, but let's give this a bite. That bagel is disappointing. It's like, it's kind of dense. It's not fluffy at all. It's kind of hard to bite into after you toast it, and you kind of have to toast it because they're not fresh. So I personally would not recommend, and this probably is just the case for any kind of store-bought bagel because I am a snob about it. But yeah, I don't really like the mini bagels from Trader Joe's. But you never know, somebody else might like it out there. And if you do, get those and then top it with a flavor infused cream cheese. It's so good. Hello friends, it is actually like lunchtime, but I forgot to tell you about something that I had earlier because I was drinking it while I was in a meeting, so I literally couldn't tell you, but I had some of this Sakara Metabolism Super Powder. I mixed it with a little bit of water, a little bit of plant-based milk, and made sort of like a mocha latte with it. I also put espresso in it, of course. If you want to see that whole video, it is on my TikTok, but like I said, I was in a meeting, so I couldn't like show you it, but I have that, and I am now making lunch, which is just like, I'm just trying to make something as quick as possible because I have been quite busy today. So let me, I'll show it to you once it's finished because it's like on the stove top right now. Okay, So lunch has been made. I need to like calm down and I need to slow down because I feel like I'm going on hyperspeed today and I really don't want to be in that place. But side note, this is what I have for lunch. It's basically like that boxed daiya mac and cheese. And this one was on sale. It was the jalapeno style. So I just made that really, really quickly. And I also threw in some frozen spinach. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a bunch of frozen spinach in there. Got this done in like 10 minutes. So very, very simple. I didn't make any additions aside from the spinach. Usually when I make boxed mac and cheese, I like to throw in a little bit of extra, maybe some extra cheese, maybe some hot sauce, stuff like that. But I want to try it because this is the first time I'm trying it, by the way. I want to try this flavor on its own to give you like a good review of it, and then maybe I'll add some stuff afterwards. So let's give this a go. Okay, this is pretty good. This is better than the Alfredo one. I made the Alfredo boxed mac and cheese. Well, it's not mac and cheese. The boxed Alfredo a few days ago, and that one was really, really bad. I didn't like it at all. I had to do a lot of tweaking in order to like, you know, make it taste a little bit better, and it was still pretty bad. This one tastes like mac and cheese. I don't taste any jalapeno in it at all. Honestly, I'm gonna probably add some like pickled jalapenos into this just so that I can get the jalapeno flavor, but it tastes good. It tastes way better than the other option that I had before, and adding in the spinach, that was just my little touch of health there, and I am personally a gigantic spinach fan. So mac and cheese with spinach, and that's lunch. Hello again, friends. It is time to tell you about dinner. I have such a busy like evening ahead of me, and it's just been a really busy day, so I'm hoping that what I make for dinner actually happens. So, you know, fingers crossed I don't switch it up at the end of this video, but this is the plan. This is my preemptive plan. I am going to try and make vegan Philly cheesesteaks. It's not going to be authentic in the slightest, one, because it's vegan, but two, I don't have everything that I need to make an authentic Philly. But I'm gonna try to make something similar. So what I'm going to use for the cheesesteak or the steak part is this. So I got this seitan from Wegmans. It is the Wegmans brand. I don't know how this is gonna taste. I'm going to attempt to season this up so that it just tastes like steak, because I've had Philly cheesesteaks in the past and essentially the meat is just chopped up and cooked beef, the steak. So yeah, I just got some plain old seitan, gonna season it up, saute it, get it nice and browned on the outside, and that's that. And then there are two versions of cheesesteaks in Philadelphia. There's like a Swiss, or at least two popular versions. There's a Swiss one, which is just got like a bunch of Swiss cheese on top, and it gets all nice and melty and stuff. And then there's a Cheese Whiz kind of version, and that version is like very ooey gooey melted American cheese that almost looks like nacho cheese, but it's not nacho cheese. And that's the one that I'm going with. So I have this cheese. I feel like I've shown this on the channel before, but if not, I've definitely shown it on my TikTok. It's essentially just a bag of like cheese, and it's from the brand Grounded. It's called Cheese-Free Cheese Squeeze, American style. So AKA, this is essentially like the Cheese Whiz that I'm talking about, and I've used a little bit of it. I did talk about it on the channel actually. I used a little bit of it to make like a pasta dish during lunch one day, and it's pretty good. It smells very much like American cheese. It doesn't taste as much as that, but I imagine if I pair it with this, I'm gonna get the texture that I want. And I think I'm gonna tweak this a little bit by adding lactic acid, which I've talked about many times on the channel before. Gives things a really nice, bright, tangy, cheesy taste. So there you go. We have the cheese and we have the steak. So we're gonna combine these together and make the cheesesteak. And then I have these Kaiser rolls. So again, not traditional in the slightest, but I've had these in the freezer for a while, and I needed to make something that was very, very simple. So there you go. that's it. So that is the Philly cheesesteak. Oh, I also have some onion. I'm hoping that I can saute some onions so that I can also throw that in there. Maybe a little bit of bell pepper because I have a lot of pre-chopped bell pepper from my meal prep or my veg prep from the weekend. So I might saute some bell peppers and onions. That's also something that you will sometimes see in Philly cheesesteaks. So yeah, that's the dish. If I did end up making this, you're gonna see it right now. And I hope it's good because I'm slightly concerned about this seitan. I'm not sure if it's gonna be good. I will let you know in the comments section of this video if I do end up liking this dish. And yeah, that is all for this week's video. If this does not end up working out, you're gonna see a new clip in just a second. But if it does work out, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you, and I will talk to you in next week's video.